Hello and welcome to Morning Magic. I am Andrew, and today we need green and blue spells. So I've made up a deck that we're going to get into, but before I do, if you enjoy MTG and this kind of content, please hit that subscribe button and like this. It would go a long way to helping out. Thank you so much. All right, we've got a Charix build again because I've been trying to work with Charix to make it work and I've been fairly unsuccessful. Today I put in a deck that I think can help it win. It's a landfall based deck with a few changes and Charix. So it could be kind of clunky, but we're going to try it out and see if we can't get there with this Charix build. Get the morning change, tell some jokes, have some fun along the way. So we have Reclaim the Waste. Search your library for a basic land card, reveal it and put it into your hand, then shuffle the library. If the spell is kicked, search your library for 2 basic lands instead. So we have lots of basic lands. Shadow Spear will give us trample and lifelink. Hopefully we will get that onto Charix because it's our only big creature. Adventure Awaits helps us dig for Charix later in the game. You can look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library and in a random order. If you didn't put a card into your hand this way, draw a card. Elysian Caryatid is mana. We can tap it for blue or green. Set us in training. This also gives Charix trample, so it can get over the top, just like Shadow Spear. Tangled Florahedron can be a land or mana, and it's a little creature, so it can block stuff with it if we really need to. Azusa, it can let us put in 2 extra lands every turn. Cultivate, search your library for up to 2 basic land cards, reveal those cards, put 1 land onto the battlefield tapped and the other into your hand. But if we have Azusa out, we can put them all out. Scute Swarm's our other bomb, can get big, especially if it comes out later when we have 6 lands. It's landfall, create a green insect creature every time you put a land out, and if you have 6 or more lands, it's a copy of Scute Swarm. Charix, this is what we're going for. It's 4 mana. Spells your opponent cast that target Charix, the Raging Isle, costs 2 more to cast. So it's a little hard to get off, but I've found that they've got ways. And then if you pay 3, Charix gets plus X, minus X until the end of turn, where X is the number of islands you control. And we are trying to use this the way that it is meant to use. We're not trying to flip it. Then we have Migration Path, which search your library for up to 2 basic land cards, put them into the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle your library. Or we can cycle it. And then we have 25 lands, 8 of which are sacrifice lands, so we can put them out twice, or put out 2 lands. Basically, this counts as a land, and then when we sacrifice and put out the tap land, it counts as another land. So it will pump up our Scute Swarm big time. Let's see if we can't make it work. Get the morning change. What do we have? We have 3 lands, we have 2 Charix, and we have Migration Path and Set Us in Training. You know what? We're going to keep it. Gosh darn it. Because we're just trying to make this work. We're going to get a blue land. We're going to play the green land. We could cycle this. Let's do it. We're going to put out Charix. See if they can't, get rid of it with an enchantment that they probably have in their hand. I told my physician therapist that I broke my arm in 2 places. He told me to stop going to those places. Lifelink, lifelink. They're going to gain a life by attacking me, my helpless self. Scute Swarm. Put that out. Woot woot. We're going to be able to put out Fabled Passage and Charix on the next turn. If they don't have an enchantment to get a Scute Swarm, then they're kind of in trouble already. We don't block. Adventure Awaits. We don't need it. No attacks. I think we are not going to win. Because they're going to be bringing out Angels. Woo-wee. That's nice. Look at all that life gain. It's a Hard Knocks life for us. Bloop, 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 bing, bong, bong. We can't make it another turn. It's Gouda game. Boop, boop, bloop, bloop. No Gouda. Charix. We keep it because that's what we're going for. We return a Charix. Ginger Brute, another aggro deck. Not particularly good. I don't know if there's a good matchup for us. Let's do it. Scute Swarm. We gotta play it first. We will next turn put out Charix. See if we can't get there. That will be our 5th land, and then we can do Fabled Passage on turn 6, especially if they haven't gotten rid of Scute. Oh no! At least we'll have our Charix. Go Charix. Oh, can we get there with our Charix? No Scute Swarm this time. How do you make holy water? You boil the hell out of it. Wah, wah. Charix. Hope they don't have another something. No attackies. Actually, yeah, all attack. Yes! Woo! The more mana we have, the more times we can. No! Yes, let's do it. Homie, don't block things with trample. Citizens training. Draw me a card that's worthwhile. Nice. No attacks. Dang it. It looked promising. You know, if they hadn't had that removal, that needs to be a shirt. If they hadn't had removal, we would have won this big time. Draw me a card, mister. It's Charix! We can block somebody, and block we will. I will pump the heck out of this thing. Watch, you're gonna have something to get rid of it again. Amongst those 3 cards. What do you bet? What do you bet? What do you bet? Will glass coffins be a success? Remains to be seen. They get in on the next turn. We can't block it. Wah, wah. We got to pump up our Charix. How exciting. We still didn't get the win. Sure, we'll keep it because of the adventure awaits. Okay, now we have Charix. Black has removal too. This so stinks. What color? We need to go up against green. Or a white deck that doesn't have removal. Red could be okay because they won't be able to get rid of our Charix. Well, there are black-green. And there goes Elysian Carotid, which is okay. We are perfectly okay with Elysian Carotid. Bite in the dust. Let's do Adventure Awaits. Decline. Mill 2. They're going to return a permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. Well, hopefully they use it on something not important, like one of these. Please. I don't want my Charix to die. Whenever an opponent casts an instant or sorcery, create a 1/2 spider. That kind of sinks because we have lots of those. Oof. Oof. It hurts. It is no bueno. I was wondering why the ball was getting bigger. Then it hit me. I can just imagine a person staring, doing something dumb like that. It's getting bigger. Poof. No, it's not funny, Andrew. Reclaim the waste. Let's kicker it because we can. They probably think I have Ugin, but I don't. We lose the game. Next turn. Charix. Stink. Well, there's a Charix. They'll kill it. Concede. The moral of the story is, show me a Charix build that wins consistently, and I will show you the way. Famedom. Morning change. There it is. But we're gonna keep. No, let's end this. I will keep going, but that does it for Morning Magic. Let's take one last look at this deck. See if we can't figure out what's gone wrong. There's no protection. No protection for our beasts. There you have it. That's the build. That's the idea. We've got tons of land many times, but we've had our Scute Swarm and Charix destroyed. I think I'm going to change this out. Keep playing on my live stream. And maybe next time I'll do a Charix build with what I think will work better. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay, the jokes. Speaking of which, let's do one last before we go. 2 windmills are standing in a wind farm. One asks, "What's your favorite kind of music?" The other says, "I'm a big metal fan." Nice. Thank you for joining me. Have a great day or night wherever you are. Bye.